So this is going to be the movie review. This one's called Devil's Island, 1939. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I dislike this one. I guess I was a little too harsh on Adrian yesterday, but he still likes me. He told me twice that my video was blurry, and I was well aware of it. In fact, last night I wiped it off. Professor Quiz. I don't know who recommended this movie to me. Professor Quiz or Adrian. I know for sure it wasn't Karate Man. So flip a coin. I can't find the comments on my channel where somebody recommended Devil's Island. It's got Boris Karloff and Don't Call Me Chief, John Hamilton. I think I overslept the last 3 days. Man, I've been getting like 10, 12-hour days sleep. Then I'm going back on the energy drink. And I have to do my graveyard shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm going to be super awake Saturday morning, super tired Sunday morning, and dead tired on Monday morning. It's going to be interesting. I haven't worked 2 jobs in a week. And so I'm only working 40 hours a week. I'm still talking to the union guy about bumping up my pay next year. That guy hasn't done anything. All right. Devil's Island is 1939 prison film directed by William Clements and starring Boris Karloff. This film is notable for Karloff in a then rare sympathetic role as opposed to his usual antagonistic characters in horror films. The plot appears to have been recycled from John Ford's The Prisoner of Shark Island, which depicted the true story of Dr. Samuel Mudd, who treated the injury of John Wilkes Booth after he assassinated Lincoln. For upholding his medical oath and treating a wounded revolutionary, respected surgeon Dr. Charles Godot, Boris Karloff is sentenced to 10 years imprisonment to the infamous French penal colony on Devil's Island, not to be confused with Assault on Devil's Island with Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan, another Karate Man recommendation. It isn't long before he speaks out against the inhuman conditions, and he incurs the anger of the brutal prison commander, Colonel Armand Lucien, James Stevenson. But when Lucien's daughter, Colette, receives life-threatening wounds in an accident, the only person on Devil's Island who can save her is Godet. The film was originally made when France announced it was giving up Devil's Island as a penal colony. The French government then changed its mind. Warner's temporarily shelved the film, then released it. The film depicts the French judicial system as antiquated, unfair, and biased. The depiction of Devil's Island upset the French government. They put a 2-month ban on any Warner's Brothers film entering France or its colonies. Fear of something similar happening resulted in a proposed 1947 film from Columbia, The End of Devil's Island, being canceled. I guess that didn't stop Hulk Hogan from making Assault on Devil's Island. All right. I'll go through my list. I'll try not to repeat things that are on there twice. Professor Quiz said I repeated one of my films. Which was it? I can't even remember. I got so many that it's hard to keep track of all this stuff. So many movies to watch on YouTube. Why do I even have Netflix? All right, let's see what Professor Quiz said. Oh, I can add The Trail Beyond with John Wayne. He said, he walked by night twice on your list, question mark. All right. Here we go. I'm going to go down my list. I'll try not to repeat He Walked by Night. First I had a blurry video, then I repeated He Walked by Night twice. You guys are good at pointing out my mistakes. But they're not serious mistakes like saying the incorrect thing during a movie review. They're either technical problems or Freudian slips. All right. Next up is Angel Town, 1990. Mercenary, 1996. Night Fright, 1967. DEFCON 4, 1985. Santa Fe Trail, 1940. Renegade Girl, 1946. Passport for a Corpse, 1962. Black Dragons, 1942. Cyborg Cop 2. Drums of the Desert, 1940. Shock, 1946. It Lives by Night. Train to Tombstone. Deputy Marshal, 1949. Broadway Limited, 1941. Black Dragons, 1942. The Strange Woman, 1946. The Fighter, 1952. Bamboo Gods and Iron Men, 1974. Zero Tolerance. Ulterior Motives, 1992. The Big Chance, 1933. I'll See You in Hell, 1960. Three Desperate Men, 1951. The Star Packer, 1934. The Devil's Hand, 1961. My Outlaw Brother, 1951. Zero Tolerance. Oh, I already said that. Forget Zero Tolerance. Already messed up again. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Talons of the Eagle. Riders of the Whistling Pines, 1949. Portraits of Terror, The Final Curtain. Safe and Effective, A Second Opinion, 2022. Malibu Crush, 2022. Dead Tides, 1996. Easy Money, 1936. Swing High, Swing Low, 1937. An Eye for an Eye. The Real Anthony Fauci, 2022. Return to the Batcave, The Misadventures of Adam and Bert. The Giant Gila Monster, 1959. Shadows on the Stairs, 1941. The Bigamist, 1953. The Unholy Four, 1954. Triple Cross, 1966. Hold Me While I'm Naked, 1966. Head, 1968. 1990. The Bronx Warriors, 1982. Exterminators of the Year 3000, 1983. Platoon Leader, Penny Serenade, 1941. Creature from the Haunted Sea, 1961. War of the Satellites, 1958. The Black Raven, 1943. He Walked by Night, 1948. They Were So Young, 1954. Whatever It Takes, 1998. One Dark Night. 1982. Cipher Bureau, 1938. Sinners in Paradise, 1938. What Price Crime, 1935. Maytime in Mayfair, 1949. The Strange Love of Martha Ivers, 1946. Tarzan the Fearless, 1933. Monstrosity, 1963. Diamond Trail, 1933. Sinful Cargo, 1936. Youth on Parole, 1937. I'll Name the Murderer, 1936. The Chase, 1946. Impact, 1949. A Stranger in Town, 1943. Half a Sinner, 1940. Captured in Chinatown, 1935. Rimfire, 1949. Tales of Robin Hood, 1951. The Magic Sword, 1962. Bandit Queen, 1950. Crooked River, 1950. Marshal of El Dorado, 1950. Colorado Ranger, 1950. Bandit Queen, 1950. Wild Weed, 1949. Strangers of the Evening, 1932. Renegade. Devil's Partner, 1961. Fist of Glory, 1991. Night of Horror, 1981. Jungle Ground, 1995. Scanners 2, The New Order, 1991. Scanners 3, The Takeover, 1992. Scanner Cop 2, 1995. Great Guns, 1941. Hardy Saps at Sea, Charlie Chan, Murder Over New York. Best of the Best 4, Without Warning, 1998. Excessive Force, 1993. Don't Look in the Basement 2. The Mad Monster, 1942. King Kong Lives. Drum, 1976. Extreme Justice, 1993. Hillbillies in a Haunted House, 1967. Twin Dragons. Scream 2. Jimmy Trainor's alien parasite film. Forbidden World. The Shooter. That Cold Dead Look in Your Eyes, 2021. Undersea Kingdom, 1936. Rage of Honor, 1987. Bloodsuckers. The Royal Bed, 1931. Judge Priest, 1934. Regular Fellers, 1941. The Package. The Great Gabbo, 1929. Blind Husbands, 1919. Turkey Shoot. The Snow Creature, 1954. Love Laughs at Andy Hardy, 1946. A Farewell to Arms, 1932. Balance of Power. Overkill, 1996. The Royal Bed, 1931. Prehistoric Women, 1950. Silent Night, Bloody Night, 1972. Fog Island, 1945. Emergency Squad, 1974. The Vampire Bat, 1933. Radioactive Dreams, 1985. Black Sheep, 2006. Spontaneous Combustion, 1990. The Dick Tracy Show, 1961. Midnight Phantom, 1935. The Gorilla, 1939. Exiled to Shanghai, 1937. Mystery Plane, 1939. Remedy for Riches, 1940. Soul Man, 1986. Big Town After Dark, 1947. One Body Too Many, 1944. Woman on the Run, 1950. Not Wanted, 1949. Port of New York, 1949. Make a Wish, 1937. Bury the Living, 1958. I Buried the Living, 1958. Sorry. I'm in the Army Now, 1936. Vengeance Valley, 1951. Captain Kidd, 1945. Hell's House, 1932. The Fatal Hour, 1940. $2 Better, 1951. Fear in the Night, 1946. And last but not least, The Trail Beyond, 1934. All right. Got my updated list for you. Adrian added one, even though I insulted him. But I was trying to make a joke out of it. Adrian knows how to take a joke. I was just giving him a hard time. No hard feelings, mate. All right. I'm going to try to take another nap. Cook up some porky chop. And go to my valet parking job. I'll continue going down my list. I don't know if I got any Netflix in the mail just now. I'll double check. Laters.